and tell me what you're thinking.
All right, so a couple of bands, Theme Park Consulate, Cafe. This is the one I was really hoping we'd see. These two teams played a lot in stage 1 on this map, so I'm excited for this. Spacestation won it the first time, DarkZero got their revenge.
There he is. SSG doesn't want to deal with him. If Echo is available and the teams have not agreed to avoid him, he could also take up a spot.
He attempts to go for the plant. He doesn't have the best cover currently, so this is a bit risky. But the job is getting done. Mint starts this off well. Plant goes onto the ground. Unfortunately, an attempt to counter defuse. He can more than likely stop it. No frag grenades to confirm it, but there we go. There's the angle I was just referring to a moment ago. Rampy goes down. Unfortunately for him, though.
Not sure exactly what Canadian's plan was playing down below, because it's not like you can nitro.
No, never mind. DarkZero just going to hop 2 players in from Skylight. It's going to lead to a series of trades, but ultimately SSG seems to be holding them back. No, maybe not, as both Eclipse and Skies were able to find trades for the loss of their players from his control in a 1v3 scenario. They already know where he's positioned, chooses not to rotate, and holds the angle instead. That'll give him 1 down on a player. No confirmation just yet, though, and unfortunately he's brought down to low. As we can see, Fultz very close to finding one on his own. He might not get the opportunity to get it, though, as he's losing teammates like crazy. Thankfully, recovers, though, and takes out Eclipse, bringing it all onto Skies, who will try his best to clutch out the 1vx, but Thinking Nade comes out on top of the final.
Depending on how this is going to go. Now, this is quite the run out, and it might get caught, and there it is. Yes, indeed. Hot and Cold was on.
Skies will find the first entry, however, with the killing of Rampy.
Hot and Cold trying to get that diffuser blasted out by the yokai, and Skies still upstairs inside a train is just putting in so much work. Mint trying to stop Bosco, can't. Hot and Cold, he'll try to plant from the safety of the map curve. SMG-11 will drop Eclipse, but unwinnable situation. Only good news, the longer he takes, maybe Hyper can get back in. Nope, there he goes. Hot and Cold finishes him off. DZ take their second round after getting the diffuser down.
You can see him trying his best to work towards that. I think the disconnect
might have... And we can see from the silhouettes there's somebody playing in that spot. If they go to move,
being too well off here due to the shotgun play, but is able to avoid that by routing around the other direction. Actually, he's going to get caught quite a bit here, but time runs out anyway, as unfortunately Dark, nice smoke catch right there, is actually going to do a lot of damage to Fultz as he's brought down very low, but he gets into Christmas, gets the immediate response. Bosco also finding a frag. Mint will pick one up. Successful hold into White as well as he goes for another one, but unfortunately finally meets his match against Thinking Nade, who is already into Cocktail with full control. SSG keep their lead growing strong with a win on.
He was playing over by the top of White. He's still there, anticipating a rappel in on White's stairs, as it's now Mint
down, or just not really being led too much. But finally Bosco finds an opener. This should give the team a bit of confidence to play into it. They can't really play into it near White, though, and that's one of the big issues for them. But nonetheless, Canadian able to get very close, and indeed can still be brought down to under 50 HP, but no one on counter defuse just yet, giving him 0 opportunities for a free kill, and he'll never even get it, as Hyper immediately takes him down as Hot and jumps. He doesn't have a shield to support, as you might often see, and as a result of that, we're going to see a Candela thrown right at him. He looks right at it, meaning he's not going to
Stays away at the Hibana. Going for the plant, Skies falls. Mint has been down, and Eclipse will just activate as much of that Evil Eye as he can, pulling the Alda out of his back pocket. He's trying to stop Canadian, but he gets finished off almost. No, it is. It's a flawless round. They didn't finish off a single member of SSG, and with that, Space Station grab match point.
Trying to hold this position. Eclipse is still supporting from second to third floor White, but Fultz doesn't care about that smoke grenade that was thrown.
Asher Fultz is ready over by Reading, and he provokes a fight with Skies, but he gets taken out before the Nitro Cell can go off. Fultz drone.
Coming down to the wire here, it seems, for DZ. Their players trying so hard to stay alive and, more importantly, delay the eventual push from SSG. But Canadian, once again, coming out on top of the fight right there, picks up the first kill of the end here, and now leaves it all on to Eclipse, who's not going to be able to survive for very long either. Bosco finishes things off for SSG, and they take control of map.
I like Jaeger to this team. They're going to leave Jaeger up instead, and Echo, who has not been removed from play as per a gentleman's
agreement. These fights anymore either, unless absolutely necessary here. Thinking Nade going to get chunked down by the guarantee the 1-for-1 trade more than anything else at this point, as the round is gone. DarkZero are going to maintain solid.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Well, under a minute remaining, though, and you now have to worry once again for the health of SSG's attack here, but thankfully second to the first floor, which with these 3 kills, this shouldn't be too much of an issue any longer, but nonetheless, still going to be challenged as Mint picks up the first trade against the members of DarkZero. That's going to change now, though. Hyper tries to go for the counter defuse, is immediately taken down by Canadian, and he also gets
the things rather is that A, the gas canisters for Eclipse are all gone, and there's still a minute left. And 2 was the Lion will push on up. But you're going to have to really hurry now. He catches the Lion off guard, taken out.
Eclipse, but unfortunately, no one else on DarkZero really stepping up to the plate in that round. Now putting it down to this 1vx scenario, which is very quickly going to get closed out on by SSG. Great stuff from them. Great initiation to get into the site. It's always the hardest for the plant attempt. It works out well for them. They're now in, and look at this post plant. There's not really going to be an easy way to get across this due to the plant position.
Engagements, and if he is, as long as he can control that SMG-11, well, he'll be well equipped to do just that. He'll get chain stunned, and Eclipse will seize the opportunity, blowing Rampy sky high in bathroom.
Some great play being made here. Hyper and look for other options to get into the site. Beautiful hold, though, from DarkZero, knowing that SSG were more than likely going to play in the position they're currently in, trying to work around it, but they may just be doing it. Thinking Nade with the first pickup for himself, but it's going to be short-lived, though, as Hot and Cold runs down those same pantry stairs, takes out Thinking Nade, and leaves this all on the Canadian, who's just been revealed there by the Banshee. He knows he's being pushed, just doesn't know where it's from, and unfortunately, here we go. Hot and Cold's going to go in, takes living room control. The drone intel they have makes them feel it's safe enough, and they might be right on that, too. Hyper, so far, saving DarkZero in this round, but unfortunately, the trades have come in, and now SSG need to work for the retake of quite a few players out of position to do this as well, but a great shot from Rampy continues to have the opportunity to do just the same, though, as he strikes with his third kill on the round. Now let's see if we can make it four. A lot of damage onto him, and he won't get that chance as Rampy denies him, gets the triple on the round. He'll lose a little over 5 seconds remaining in excess for the counter defuse.
But his focus is going to be on laundry, as you talked about, and over towards pantry. Hot and Cold gets finished off by Fultz as SSG are taking control of the kill feed. One for Mint and Hyper in on it too, but Hyper goes down, thinking Nade traded out by
given a lot of time to set up for a post plan. He's got a really good idea about the swing about to come his way. That doesn't mean he can win it, though, as Rampy shuts down.
A ping on the Canadian as his position is given away. Tracers will reveal his spot, and he's able to just absolutely clobber DarkZero. They are looking to put this one away, and it's all on the shoulders of Hot and Cold.
Unfortunately for Hot and Cold, he's going to have to just take a chance on one of these angles and swing it. It's exactly what he'll do. Starts out well to reinforce that fact with the rotate from Fultz back into connector. They don't want to take a challenge on that. They want to take him down in a 2v1, and that's exactly what they'll do. SSG take round number 10 and put themselves up on map and match point.
It's not just
coverage and then try to brute force your way in through library. Now that is the much harder option, and with this kill here, they're more than likely going to swing back towards the soft walls.
A little bit of calm after the storm as well. Hyper looks to find kill number 3 as he's on an absolute well as he pulls out the lifeline to blow open some of the wall. He almost clutched.
There was like 3 drones in the area too, but either way, Sky's going to take out Thinking Nade. Bosco's left alone in the 1vx here. E1D works himself in. Of course, the Banshee won't be affecting him, but on the swing, finally gets taken out there by Eclipse. And DarkZero take round number 11 and go, but not able to get an actual angle onto said player because of the way the bars work out. That's going to change, though. Mint
will have a nice line of sight onto them. Mint gets taken out by a Nitro Cell. Hot and Cold attempting the plant. There goes Hyper, so no coverage. But Hot and Cold will get away with this. He's in the corner. It's now Fultz's job's advantage, but they'll need to go for the diffuser. Sky shrewdly playing this hatch, and I don't think anybody sees it. No! It's a missed opportunity from Eclipse. As Fultz is halfway through, he's going to stick it. And by golly gee, SSG takes the map and the series.
Yay! Okay, you're safe from relegation. Yeah, I'm sure. Oh my gosh, I love it. You are all smiles. I mean, you're safe from relegation and you get to go to the US finals. I'm sure this feels like a huge relief. Just talk to me about the emotions you're feeling right now.
I mean, honestly, it's more, I'm happy we put DZ in their place. I mean, we still have more work to do. I know they're going to come firing back for the next group and for the major. Yeah. They needed to be reminded.
I love it. Needed to be reminded. Well, they definitely are probably taking this loss pretty hard. I do want to talk to you about what your team specifically targeted, what you were focusing on when you were playing DarkZero. I know you've repeatedly said, hey, they're a great team when they get to do their homework. I was just telling Belly, it looked like y'all did your homework. You were very prepared for them.
Yep, we were very prepared. We knew what we had to do to control the pace of the game, make them play our game. They either had to try to play their game into ours, or they had to just sit there and deal with our game. But basically, we weren't going to stop playing our game. We were gonna shove it down their throat and make sure that they had to try to figure that out and adapt to that. We didn't let them control the pace like they did in the major. I don't want to get into too many specifics as to what we did, but basically, we controlled the pace and we made sure that they couldn't play their game.
So I know that stage 1, it definitely had some ups and downs for your team, but stage 2 seems to be going fantastic. Is there anything that you want to say to your team and to your fans out there? I mean, it's definitely been pretty successful for y'all so far.
I mean, thank you for supporting us as always. I hope you guys had no fear that we would be back. I've kind of said, like, losing that major really fucking fired us up. Sorry for cursing. But yeah, it fired us up. We want to be back to where we think we belong. We want to, I mean, we want to work for it. We want to remind everyone what we're capable of. We're not done until we say we're done, basically. As long as we keep working hard and we know put in the work that we need to put in, we're capable of anything. So we just got to remember that, and don't forget to put in the work. Don't slip up.
We ain't done and still working. I absolutely love that answer. Canadian, thank you so much for speaking with us.
Yep, no problem. Thanks for having me.